Hey YouTube, Josue with Cologne Addict back with another fragrance review. Today I'm going to be talking about another Armaf cologne, and that's going to be Opus Homme by Armaf. So I put the cologne back in the box here just to give you kind of the unboxing experience. Um, as you can see here, this is a gigantic box. When I first got it in the mail I thought I was maybe ordered the wrong size. This is going to be for the 100 ml bottle of Opus Homme. As you can see there, it is a really nice box. I just thought it was kind of massive. Has the Opus Homme in the front there, Armaf Luxe on the top. You get some ingredient information. And so that's pretty much it for the box. So pulling the cologne out, it's kind of like in this little, that's probably why it's so big, because it's in, but here's the bottle. As you can see, the cologne itself kind of looks like a padlock. It's kind of got this leathery coating above the top. This is kind of like a metalish feeling top here with a glass bottom. Armaf logo, batch information. Overall decent bottle. I mean, I think the padlock design looks a little cheesy in my opinion. The cap is also a nice strong magnet cap. I mean, it really gets it good. The magnet will hold this thing out. So that was a closer look at the bottle for Armaf's Opus Homme. So if you haven't seen from the title already, Opus Homme is supposed to be a copy of Edition Blanche by Chanel. I waited a little while to also do a comparison on this one because I didn't have Edition Blanche. I wanted to buy a bottle of Edition Blanche, but being that it's discontinued, the prices are being blown out of proportion online. So didn't want to pay that price online. I did pick up a 10 ml of Edition Blanche, and I'm going to start off by reading you the notes for Opus Homme. The top notes are apple, lemon, orange, and neroli. The mid notes are cardamom, nutmeg, rosemary, and lavender. And the base notes are tonka, vanilla, vetiver, and patchouli. So, starting off with the Chanel Edition Blanche. The Chanel Edition Blanche, just to summarize the smell itself, it opens up real lemony. You kind of get, even though there's kind of get a lemony, minty type smell in the opening, and then as it starts to dry down, you start to pick up a little bit of that bergamot, and then a little bit of that vanilla in the dry down. So there's obviously a lot more notes in that cologne, but those are just like the main. If I had to summarize it, you get a fresh, lemony, citrusy, vanilla-y smell. But I'd say the predominant note that stands out to me, the most of the scent is the lemon note. The Opus Homme has the Chanel Edition Blanche DNA, but it opens up completely different, and it pretty much stays. It opens up with a sweet, appley smell, with a little bit of lemon and a little bit of like a citrusy smell in the background. As it starts to dry down, you can definitely smell a little bit more of that Edition Blanche smell coming up. You pick up the vanilla, you pick up some of that, you pick up the lemon in the background, but that sweet apple smell definitely stays the more predominant note in the Opus cologne. So personally, if I had to do a comparison as far as percentage wise, I feel like maybe Opus Homme has about 75% makeup of the Chanel Edition Blanche, with a sweet, appley, kind of lavendery note that kind of stand out a little bit more than the obviously the Chanel doesn't have the apple smell, but has the more of a sweet, like, appley smell compared to the Edition Blanche. So they definitely have a lot of similarities, but personally, if I had to pick between one or the other, I prefer the actual smell of the Edition Blanche. I like that. If you like appley smells like Boss Bottled 6, um, that would be maybe two colognes that I could, like, if I were to take Chanel Edition Blanche and maybe pour a little bit of Boss Bottled 6 and add a little hint of lavender to it, that would be what I would compare Opus Homme to. It's a really good smell. I'd say I prefer this over Edition Blanche. Um, Edition Blanche 3.4 ounces on eBay is selling for like $150 or somewhere in that neighborhood. Opus Homme, just as good as the smell, has that DNA with a little bit of apple, 25 bucks on eBay. So to me, I prefer this. I've only had this decant or this 10 ml of Edition Blanche for a few days, but it's definitely a really good smell, and I still wouldn't mind having a bottle of it, but not paying $150 for it. So right now, my choice is gonna be the Opus Homme. So that was pretty much my quick comparison / review of Opus Homme by Armaf.